Well,
this will probably be my shortest solicitor's report ever.
we never argue with that.
I'm looking forward to getting up to speed. I'll probably be spending some time with Mr. Januso to get up to speed on everything. One thing I have proposed that I would like to do with the supervisors in short order is to get everyone together and do kind of a training session just to talk about, refresher course on rules and laws that are applicable. We can probably do that as soon as we can get it scheduled, and we'll make an announcement when that happens as well.
And how to conduct meetings.
Just a refresher course on all the laws. I think it's good with the change solicitor to come in and start fresh.
Right.
So we'll try to get that scheduled maybe in February.
We'll never argue with that. All right, Eric, you had a couple things on that.
Indeed, I'll be brief. There was some discussion in regards to putting Dawn to task of investigating Cecil Township as a home rule or a first-class township, or why are we still as a second-class township, and what would be the adjustments to switching to either of those. So,
But to clarify that, we're not a second-class township, we're a township of the second class. It's
a township of the second class, but we've been operating under first-class township, correct?
Well,
No.
In some areas?
old new book.
All right. But if the board would agree that we should investigate that and look at home rule or first-class township.
I might mention we did investigate that about 15 years ago, 18 years ago maybe. But again, things that could have changed. There are pros and cons to staying a township of the second class. There are pros and cons of going to a home rule. But again, it's a new board. If you hear the pros and cons, and the state will actually send us booklets on all those kind of things, the rules, how they change from one to the other, and it's very informative that they'll what they send us. And,
they're not all available.
well, they'll give it to us though. I mean, the books for us to look at.
But you see, we each got one.
They were hard to get. I think they only give us one per municipality.
Well, let's start. Let's start with, would you agree that Dawn could investigate that, or under agreement that you'd like to see that report for next month? Yes?
I mean, I don't want to see a report for next month. I'd like the actual
No,
books to read it myself.
We'll
And I as well.
If everybody wants to see it, we'll at least have Dawn, can you get us some information that the state has to give us on that?
But then beyond just the books itself, would you like his evaluation of what are the pros and cons, what are the positives and negatives of becoming a home rule or first class?
They are, but I think the solicitor also, once you've read it, I think she can clarify things. So some of the things are a little bit hard to understand, the ramifications, and she'll be able to put it in, our language as you read them. So she'll be helpful once we have the books and have the questions.
Right, so it sounds like it's a matter of timing. If you all want to get the books first and do some reading, that's fine.
Oh,
We're
yes.
happy to do a summary at some point once you authorize us to do that.
We'll see what we can get from the state first for
Okay.
us to read. All right, Eric.
Is there questions?
I have a set of second-class citizen books that I'll sell to you, or the first class.
We might
Blue, they're blue books.
We might not need the second class then.
I got the blue one, the first class. Plus,
They're probably online too.
How old?
just got it from Jason Ortizar about, 3 months ago.
So,
You said books plural, you have copies?
Well, they got the amendments to it.
so we have the ability to photocopy those?
All right, maybe that might be a way to get some done. Get us what you
Yeah.
can.
Give her a dollar.
Thanks, Eric.
You're welcome.
That's not even get me a Starbucks.
Yeah. Next, quickly, Frank, you had an issue or topic that you would like to maybe investigate with Muse Bishop Road.
Yes. Thank you, Supervisor Sivavec. Yes, I have major concerns over the conditions of Muse Bishop Road when there are snow falls. And I'm looking down the road to next year when the Muse Elementary School complex opens. And PennDot is very poor at responding to solving this road. And we're going to have an increase of traffic flow with parents and school buses coming from Cannonsburg, Cecil, McDonald area traveling this road. And their response time is very poor. I'm suggesting that this board consider having a meeting with PennDot. Will be the first step. The district manager, I believe his name is Rick Marker, and maybe we invite the bus transportation coordinator from Kenneck School District to this meeting. And then we also go out and ride the field of the Muse Bishop Road from Route 50 to Route 980. Myself, Bill Bordoff, and anybody else who would like to attend. In the meantime, I did some investigations with surrounding townships, Peters Township and North Shebang Township. And they also saw PennDot roads throughout their municipalities and townships. They are reimbursed roughly at a rate of $1,150 per lane mile. So from Route 50 to Route 980, it's approximately 6 miles. We may get reimbursed around $7,000 for the winter season. We can enter into a 3 or 5 year agreement to do this, but I'm just looking at the safety of all the parents and school buses trying to get to this complex. And the numbers that Dan Disroth gave me on the traffic study in 2014 was 2,900 vehicles a day. This is projected to increase to around 4,000, 4,100 vehicles a day over there. It's already a nightmare down around the post office with traffic congestion. Also, my concerns are we have a fire department on this road. And I see some firefighters in the house tonight, and response time means everything to get out of a garage and be able to get to an accident scene. Time is crucial. Again, I'm asking this board to consider very seriously entering into agreement. I've heard a lot of the negatives and pessimistic things that could go wrong, the liabilities. And even if PennDOT decides that they will not upgrade this road and do nothing with it, cars and school buses still travel this road. They have to go to school, they have to go to work, they return home from work and school. You know, the road still will need salted, and then traffic will be able to get through. But there's been some bad accidents on this road at different places. So again, I'm asking the board to consider this for down the road and looking into the future for next, this will be for next winter, the winter of 2017 and 18.
So,
In support of what Mr. Egizio just said, there's times whenever our O'Hare Road, Coomer Road, and Burnside Road were black, PennDOT's hadn't even hit Muse Bishop Road yet, let alone even plowed it and waiting for salt to try to melt this.
We also have other various state roads throughout the township, and we cannot afford to have public works involved in salting all state roads. I've got feedback saying that when you start going Muse Bishop Road, people are going to say, why don't you do State Route 980 and Merganza Road? Maybe in the future, but I would like to use this as a pilot program, this 3 mile stretch of road for us to maintain for salting.
Frank, I talked to people from South Fayette, they do maintain several, 3 in particular roads for PennDOT in their municipality because they experienced the same thing that PennDOT was slow in reacting on those roads, so their residents see a better job from it.
Isn't there something that we can do with PennDOT to honor their obligations?
We'll try that.
You can attempt to bring them to the table on some of the safety issues out there. And I've already identified a few of the issues that I have with that road are icing conditions over near the ABB property, up and down the hill. Also, as you approach Muse from under the Montour Trail Bridge on the right-hand side, there's a lateral support issue. The right tire lane is probably anywhere from 8 to 9 inches under vertical. There's movement going on in that hillside. So if I were to run a plow over top of that, I would leave 6 or 7 inches in that wheel lane right there. So it's been my experience in the past with dealing with District 11, and I know District 12 is a different animal, but we were able to bring them to the table on some safety issues with the thought that they were wiping their hands clean of the winter maintenance activity related to this. So
I would ask that Dawn can maybe schedule a meeting here at the building with Rick Marker. What I'm told, he's the district maintenance manager for this district.
No, he's just responding.
Yeah, that's what I've been told by Rick Skavinsky,
Yeah,
who I talked to for liquid fuels. He said we have to get a hold of Rick Marker.
Well, yeah, Rick's the one that does the winter maintenance agreement.
Yeah, he's the fellow we're going to have to talk to and submit the paperwork by June 30th, I believe.
Right, you haven't.
For us to enter into an agreement, a winter service maintenance agreement to salt Muse Bishop Road and plow.
First, Frankie, I want to see what PennDOT is doing for the money that they're taking in. They should be doing these roads, well, you know that.
Okay, but irregardless, you can tell me all the negatives and be pessimistic as you want. 4,000 cars are still going to travel this road every day. Am I not right? They're going to get up, go to work, they're going to go to school. School buses are still going to go on this road whether PennDOT decides to reconstruct this road or do any work on it. That's still a means of transportation throughout our township. And we're putting our residents and children in jeopardy if we don't address this and to maybe take it on ourselves. We will be reimbursed financially for this.
So Frank, you're asking right now that we...
Set up the meeting anyway, Eric.
Dawn could investigate to see the distance as well? So the parameter of how long we should be doing of the road?
No, we would have to do it from Route 50 to Route 980. It's approximately 3 miles.
Okay.
3 miles up, 3 miles back, 6 miles.
So do we agree that we want to put Dawn to task to start investigating that and see what issues come up?
I don't know if there's any task to investigate. I think I've done all the investigations about there is. It's just meeting with PennDOT, putting the pressure on to PennDOT to put this on a road program where they come out, do base repair, these under verticals near the white lines, cut back the shoulders so the water stays on the shoulders and drains down the sides of the roads and does not cross these roads. That's where the icing.
Yeah, setting up the meeting isn't, can't hurt to talk about it.
Right, just set it up and see if PennDOT put the pressure on that they're going to respond to do something. And if they don't do it, we're still use that road. There's a major school complex.
Just a quick heads up with regard to PennDOT's plans for the upcoming season. Supervisor Fisher sent some photographs over to me of some neatly manicured trees along Cecil Henderson Road, and asked if I could find out what was going on with that. Brian Malick is the new district supervisor for this area over here. I called him today, and he informed me that that is their contract, the Green Acres contract, and cutting the trees back, daylighting the road in preparation for paving this year from Miller's Run out to Morganza. So PennDOT does have that on their road reconstruction program for this year.
Okay, like I say, a scenario, school starts 8:30, 9 o'clock over Muse. Okay, we have a bad snowstorm. PennDOT doesn't come out to 10:30, 11 o'clock. Okay, you're traveling over iced up roads, there's wrecks. So where are we at? We're no further ahead.
Well, I say we move ahead. You're a yes. Cindy?
Yes.
You agree? Elizabeth? Let's set up the meeting.
I don't think it puts out a meeting.
I want to set a meeting
Okay.
with the head of PennDOT and Ray's pulling out.
Mr. Chairman, if I could also add, since we're bringing up the topic with PennDOT, I was approached by the crossing guard as well. If we're going to have 4,000 plus cars, I know we mentioned to the school district about a school zone. I really recommend it. He's really concerned about the traffic. I'm concerned about the traffic. So if we can meet up with PennDOT and maybe do a study. I don't know if Dan, when he did this school, I know it was too far away, but with this amount of traffic and going through those entrances on both sides of the fire department, it is a big concern with that much traffic going to that school.
Well, Sean, you have to be aware, maybe the solicitor can help us with this. That's not a school zone right there.
Well, with the addition of Tom, the purchase of the Muse post office, don't they have property frontage now that would warrant them making this a school zone?
That's what I'm saying, that could be our argument, but right now it's not a school zone. The law says that the school has the front on that road to be designated as a school crossing zone. They didn't have any property at the time.
And again, I don't want to refer it as a school crossing zone, even again, school zone. The flashing lights, slowing cars down, cars getting in and out. It's a safety for him too. He's in the middle of that road. Bill helped purchase pedestrian signs. Again, state law, if there's someone crossing, they have to obviously yield to the pedestrian. It's not working. I have slow signs there. We have the officers monitor traffic with them whenever he needs to and when we can. But I don't know if they can, maybe the solicitor can find this out, make special arrangements for the school. Of course, they said, 870, 900 kids to start, and they're